Yes, welcome back to the channel. Today's album in classic season is The Smiths with The Queen is Dead, a record I have never listened to in my life, and the reason being is because throughout almost my entire life, I've strongly disliked The Smiths. But if you afford me a minute or so, I'm just going to explain why I'm interested to listen to them today. So my elder son Elliot, was playing Rocket League, and he said that he needed to lock in, and he needed to listen to his lock-in song, and it was the song that said, "I tried to find a job, and then I found a job." And I was like, that's The Smiths. And he was like, no. I've tried to find a job and then I found a job. And then he was trying to find just that snippet. And I was like, no, that's The Smiths. Heaven knows I'm miserable now. I know it is. So I got him to search it up on his Spotify. And he's like, yes, that is that song. I don't know why a 14, nearly 15-year-old boy is into that particular song. And that's why it's his lock-in song for Rocket League. Who knows? Then when we got into the car the next day for school run, because it was also on my Spotify, that song played. And I was like, do I like The Smiths? After all of these years? Maybe I should listen to a Smiths album. So thank you for the preamble. The Queen is dead. She is dead. Long dead. And whether you're watching this on Patreon, which is where you get the early access, or you're watching it on YouTube, please do leave a comment below about what you'd like to see next in Classic Season. The season's going to run and run and run. It's basically the whole direction for the channel going forward, along with new releases, Classic Season. So let me know. Subscribe if you're new. Let's go. That was a long intro. I appreciate the patience. The king is dead. The Queen is dead. Okay, The Queen is dead. Title track straight away. Sip of the nectar. Okay.
Between arches, her very lowness with her head in a sling. I'm truly sorry, but it sounds like a wonderful thing. I say, Charles, don't you ever crave to
Damn, I mean, it's pretty pointed with the lyrics. I was obviously 3 or 4 when this came out, so I'm sure there was some controversy at the time, but I don't remember because I was basically a toddler. But yeah, I mean, he's talking directly about our own royal family.
You're on the front of the Daily Mail, the rest in your mother's bridal veil. And so I checked all the registered historical facts, and I was shocked into shame to discover how I'm
wow, you can hear so much Oasis in this. I never even realised.
Change the river, change. Oh, has the world changed the river, change? Some 9-year-old chap who peddles drugs, I swear to God, I swear I never even knew what drugs were. So I broke into the palace with a sponge and a rusty spanner. She said, I know you and you cannot sing. I said, that's nothing, you should hear me play piano. We can go for a walk where it's quiet and dry and talk about precious things. But when you're tied to your mother's apron, no one talks about castration. We can go for a walk where it's quiet and dry and talk about precious things.
Now, obviously, Morrissey these days is, well, he's quite the individual. Let's just put it like that. He's a dickhead. Like, he's a dickhead these days. There's no two ways about it. But god damn, this man can write poetry. I don't quite know what the fuck he's talking about here, but that is okay. That is okay.
Like love and law and poverty, we can go for a walk where it's quiet and dry and talk about precious things. But the rain that flattens my hair, all the lies about makeup and long hair, sleeping. As the your body, and the church will snatch your money. The Queen is dead, boys, and it's so lonely on a limb. That's the pub that breaks your body, and the church, all they want is your money.
It's so crazy that, I mean, obviously I've heard Smith songs before, as I've said. I haven't heard this one before. But I know Johnny Marr's an incredible guitarist and a very influential guitarist, but you can literally hear the direct line from this sound that they're creating here, particularly in the instrumentals, straight through to Stone Roses, straight through to Oasis, and plenty of other sort of Manchester and other indie bands from the 90s, that I didn't quite realise how much these guys were clearly an influence on all that. I kind of thought that sound started with the Stone Roses. This is just ignorance on my part. But clearly it started here, and probably before this as well.
Queen is dead, boys, and it's so lonely on a limb. Life is very long when you're lonely. Life is very long when you're
Such a strange contrast between the instrumentation and his singing. Damn, I didn't realise that they went off like this in the instrumentation, man. My enduring image of the Smiths is Morrissey just swinging some flowers around in like a loose-fitting shirt, just flouncing about the place, just being mopey and miserable. And I'm like, I don't get this at all. And that's always been my mindset about this band until very recently. And what's weird is they're clearly not supposed to be speaking to someone in my age anyway. I think they're in their mid to late 20s when they made this record. The lyrical content of their music is sort of aimed at people in that existential quarter-life crisis time, I would say. Anyway, so I'm way past that anyway. But just purely from a musical point of view, this song's pretty fucking amazing. So let's keep it going. It's fun to have revelations about music that's been around this long at my age. Man, I never knew the Smiths kind of fuck like that. Do you know what I mean? I never realised. Okay. Frankly, Mr. Shankly.
Frankly, Mr. Shankly, this position I've held, it pays my way and it corrodes my soul. I want to leave, you will not miss me. I want to go down in musical history. Frankly, Mr. Shankly, I'm a sickening wreck. I've got the 21st century, breathing down my neck, I must move fast. You understand me? I want to go down in celluloid history. Mr. Shankly.
Okay, I'm looking up who Mr. Shankly is, because the only Shankly I know is Bill Shankly, the Liverpool manager from a long time ago. So Mr. Shankly is just a character representing a controlling boss. The song was reputedly a jab at Jeff Travis, who was the head of Rough Trade at the time, who described by some, and this is from Google AI, so fuck knows if it's correct or not, but I'm just going to relay what it says to you. Described by some as a righteous and holy pain in the arse. That is a very British way of explaining someone who's probably the worst. Damn, the kind of sonic tapestry that they can create really is amazing.
Fame, fame, fatal fame. It can play hideous tricks on the brain. But still I'd rather be famous than righteous or holy. Any day, any day, any day.
Irony, Mr. Morrissey.
But sometimes I feel more fulfilled making Christmas cards with the mentally ill. I want to live and I want to love. I want to catch something that I might be ashamed of.
How do you find someone like Morrissey just out there in a town in England or anywhere else? Indeed, it's like you don't meet many people like that in life who would speak and say shit like this and just do the stuff that he does. It's really kind of just a one in an absolute million type of character. Have you ever met anyone like that? I haven't. Actually, there was one guy who works on a gaming publication. Fuck that guy.
I didn't realise you wrote such bloody awful poetry, Mr. Shankly. Frankly, Mr. Shankly, since you ask, you are a flatulent pain in the ass. I do not mean to be so rude. Still, I must speak frankly, Mr. Shankly. Oh, give us money.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty clearly about their boss, right?
Oh, mother, I can feel the soil falling over my head.
Okay.
And as I climb into an empty bed, oh well, enough said. I know it's over, still I cling. I don't know where else I can go. Over. Oh, mother, I can feel the soil falling over my head.
It's like a sort of doo-wop style song, you know, which are normally just lovey-dovey songs, but with the most depressing lyrics you've ever heard in your life.
See, the sea wants to take me, the knife wants to slit me. Do you think you can help me? Sad veiled bride, please be happy. Handsome groom, give her room. Loud, loutish lover, treat her kindly, though she needs you more than she loves you. And I know it's over, still I cling. I don't know where else I can go. Over, over, I know it's over. It never really began, but in my heart it was so real. And you even spoke to me and said, if you're so funny, then why are you on your own tonight?
Damn.
And if you're so entertaining. And why you on your own tonight? If you're so very good looking, why do you sleep alone tonight? I know, 'cause tonight is just like any other night. That's why you're on your own tonight.
Isn't it funny? Like, obviously the stuff that Morrissey says these days, and in fact the stuff that Morrissey has said for the last however many years is like pretty damn controversial, and you know, he's constantly cancelling gigs, and generally speaking he's a dickhead. But I mean, so prepared to just speak his truth, even back then, right, in the 80s. And you kind of have to admire anybody like that, even if there's somebody that you completely disagree with. Obviously there's levels. A guy that's going to be completely outspoken that you might agree with in his 20s, and then he changes in his 50s about stuff you don't necessarily agree with, but he maintains true to himself. You kind of have to go, well, it was there all along. He just happens to have evolved into something else. But that level is almost like a ballsiness and a bravery to the way he speaks about whatever the fuck he wants to talk about here, and the way that he speaks about subjects that a lot of people won't speak about, especially in popular music. This is writing that endures. Again, I'm going to look up what this song means exactly. There's a self-loathing narrator here, so whether it's Morrissey specifically talking about himself or just the character that he's portraying in this song. Resonant, poetic, raw, and beautiful musically. I love the fact I'm doing this series because you have in life opinions about music and art that can be shaped by a million different reasons. Hearing this charming man in an indie disco every Friday night used to piss me off. That was one of the reasons. I don't think my mum liked the Smiths. Another reason. These are just things that happen. Me seeing the guy spinning the flowers around and being like, nah, mate. Then I come in at 43 years old. The universe conspired to put the Smiths back into my life in this bizarre way. And I was like, well, now's the day to do this. I've seen some people requesting it as well, so perfect. And I'm sitting here having a quite profound time listening to it. So I'd encourage and implore anybody that's like that, if you have a certain opinion or thoughts about music that you haven't listened to for a long time, but especially music that a lot of people love, it's always worth a revisit. It doesn't mean you're going to change your mind, but it's always worth a revisit.
You sleep alone tonight. I know, 'cause tonight is just like any other night. That's why you're on your own tonight. With your triumphs and your charms, over each other's arms.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
so easy to laugh, it's so easy to hate. It takes strength to be gentle and kind. Over. It's so easy to laugh, it's so easy to hate. It takes guts to be gentle and kind.
This song is fucking incredible. This song is incredible.
Love is natural and real.
Just listen to the guitar now, it's so beautiful.
My love, not tonight, my love. Love is natural and real.
He took it from this like doo-wop song with the kind of a familiar rhythm and a familiar structure, and now he's just found this strange like Morrissey Smithsy pocket on here that's nobody else could really find in this type of instrumental. It's almost like the two things clash, but they don't. They work together beautifully in this strange sort of way, creating a completely different mood. I'm blown away by this song. And the other two have been good, but this is something else.
You, my love, not tonight, my love. Love is natural and real, but not for such as you and I.
Have you ever heard? Sorry to pause it again, it's fucking criminal, but sometimes I've got to get my thoughts out and I don't want to talk over the music. Have you ever heard such eloquence and articulation of these types of feelings. I don't think I've ever heard. This is genuine poetry. And when you combine it with the beautiful music, the beautiful playing of the band, and just the entire arrangement, I'm blown away by this. But pausing it this much, criminal activity, John. Fucking hell, what an amazing song that is. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Fucking record is 40 years old. I gone my whole life without ever hearing that song. I don't think I've ever heard that feeling of depression, despair, sort of slightly narcissistic self-loathing elements to it. It's like, I kind of know I'm the problem, but everyone else is the problem, but I'm the problem. That cycle that people get into, the malaise and heaviness of depression. I don't think I've ever heard it articulated so poignantly and so beautifully. What an amazing track. Not something I'm going to put on at a party or a barbecue, don't get me wrong, but not all music and not all art is for all time. Sometimes it's just, it needs to be like that. And how difficult is it for most people to be able to even articulate how they feel, or even understand what they feel if they're in a situation like that? Incredible, incredible piece of art. Wow. Okay, I mean, I don't know why the universe conspired to make this happen over the past few days, but I'm very, very glad it did. Okay. Never had no one ever.
When you walk without ease on these streets where you were raised, I had a really bad dream. It lasted 20 years, 7 months, and 27 days, and I
Damn. amazing again. Instrumentation. Just the arrangement. Wow, this is a fucking amazing record so far. I mean, I know it's widely considered to be that, but never even thought about listening to it, really. Okay. Incredible track. Cemetery Gates, not expecting a cheery one again. But the guitar playing, just everything about it.
I dreaded sunny days, so I meet you at the cemetery gates. Keats and Yates are on your side. I dreaded sunny days, so I meet you at the cemetery gates.
Dreaded sunny day.
Keats and Yates are on your side. Wild, wild is on mine. So we go inside and we gravely read the stones. All those people, all those lives, where are they now? Oh, with the loves and hates and passions just like mine. They were born and then they lived and then they died. Seems so unfair, I want to cry. You say a thrice undone salutation to the dawn, and you claim these words as your own. But I've read well and I've heard them said 100 times, maybe less, maybe more. If you must write prose and poems, the words you use should be your own. Don't plagiarize or take on loan. But there's always someone somewhere with a big nose who knows and trips you up and laughs when you fall. He'll trip you up and laugh when you fall. You say long done do dusted words which could only be your own, and then produce the text from whence was ripped some dizzy whore 1804. A dreaded sunny day, so let's go where we're happy and then meet you at the cemetery gate. So Keats and Yates are on your side. A dreaded sunny day, so let's go where we're wanted and I meet you at the cemetery gate. Keats and Yates are on your side.
Never in a million years would I think I'd be listening to a fucking Smiths record and having this experience, thinking this is some of the best shit I've ever heard. What? I am 43 years old and I've disliked this fucking band despite admiring the guitarist and not hating a couple of little moments of a couple of songs over the years. But basically, especially in my 20s, couldn't fucking stand them. Never wanted to hear any of their music. And just kind of, that stuck with me forever. Didn't really think about it much, you know. When I went through my 30s and the kids were younger and stuff, I'm not really thinking too much about all these sorts of things. And now here, 43 years old, 15th of April, 2026, having a almost spiritual experience listening to the fucking Smiths. This, my friends, is the power of art and the power of music. And the power of not locking yourself in to how you think at any particular time and thinking that's just permanent. Because we change and evolve all the time. Look at Morrissey. He ain't this guy anymore. I mean, he still is, but he ain't talking like this anymore. We evolve and change at all times. But the thing is, I could have listened to this record in my 20s, and I don't think I'd have had this experience with it. I might have, who knows? But like I always say on this channel, and have said for years, we come to the art, we come to the music when we're ready, when the time is right, whenever that is. Even if it's 40 years after the album came out. Now is the time you're supposed to hear it. Bigmouth strikes again.
Sweetness, sweetness, I was only joking when I said I'd like to mash every tooth in your head. Oh, sweetness, sweetness, I was only joking when I said by rights you should be bludgeoned in your bed. And now I know how Joan of Arc felt. Now I know how Joan of Arc felt. As the flames rose to her Roman nose and her Walkman started to melt.
Oh my fucking god! What have I been doing my whole life?
Bigmouth strikes again, and I've got no right to take my place to the human race. Bigmouth, la-da-da-da-da. Bigmouth, la-da-da-da. Bigmouth strikes again, and I've got no right to take my place to the human race. And now I know how Joan of Arc felt. Now I know how Joan of Arc felt. As the flames rose to her own nose and her hearing aid started to melt.
And a shout out to the drummer as well, I don't even know his name. Woo!
Bigmouth, la-da-da-da-da. Bigmouth, la-da-da-da. Bigmouth strikes again, and I've got no right to take my place with the human race. Bigmouth, Bigmouth, la-da-da-da. Bigmouth strikes again.
Oh my god, I fucking love this song. Isn't life strange? Isn't life strange? The boy with the thorn in his side. Sounds incredible already. I'm just. This is a short album. I'm just feeling like every song's just going to be at this level.
Boy with a thorn in his side. Behind the hatred there lies a murderous desire for love. How can they look into my eyes and still they don't believe me? How can they hear me say those words, still they don't believe me? And if they don't believe me now, will they ever believe me? And if they don't believe me now, will they ever believe me? Oh, oh, oh,
Oh my god.
the boy with a thorn in his side. Behind the hatred there lies the thundering desire for love. How can they see the love in our eyes and still they don't believe us? And after all this time, they don't want to believe us. And if they don't believe us now, will they ever believe us? And when you want to live, how'd you start? Where'd you go? Who'd you meet to know?
astonishingly beautiful record over and over and over and over and over again, to the point where I can barely even take it. It's just absorbing. It is like reading amazing poetry, which I've never really been into, but I just remember occasionally. It was actually John Keats, a poem at school. I can't really remember it, but I remember reading it at the time and being, God, about the same age as my son is now, probably 14 or 15, and being too embarrassed. I had a rough time at school. I was bullied very heavily, and I was too embarrassed to even express my feelings at all about how I felt. But I remember just reading this poem. I can't even remember what it is. This is a memory that I've not thought about from then until now. Just having this like profound feeling of these words just like washing through my system, and how incredibly beautiful and poignant and descriptive of emotional feelings that I couldn't possibly even describe myself. And this is what I'm having here. The combination of the lyrics, his singing, which I've never liked until now, now I get it, and the playing, the instrumentation, the arrangements. I'm just in this like state of kind of awe. Just immaculate. I'm just in love. I'm in love with this album. A bit of rock and roll, Vicar in a tutu. All right. Lyrics. Well, as an odd one, it still sounded amazing. Yeah, a celebration of individuality, challenging rigid societal and religious norms, and promotion of tolerance. Yeah, totally. And it kind of banged. There is a light that never goes out. Take me out. Well, I know this one. Where there's music and there's people and the young and the alive. Driving in your car. Fuck, I'm having a fucking experience. Okay, so I have heard this song before. Obviously, this is quite a big song that's been played in various things over the years. But again, my anti-Smiths bias never really allowed me to listen to it properly, I don't think. That is gone now. And then I've just had quite an overwhelming feeling of frisson. You music fans, people who watch my channel know that feeling. The full body chills. You know, it's quite an overwhelming feeling. I get it very, very, very strongly. I'm fortunate in that respect, but it can be quite strong. And it just happened like heavy just then. So I'm going to rewind the song again and just, I don't know. It's maybe one of those reactions where I just shut my eyes. Who knows?
Take me out tonight, where there's music and there's people and the young and the light. Driving in your car, I never want to go home, because I haven't got one anymore. Take me out tonight, because I want to see people and I want to see light. Driving in your car, oh please don't drop me home, because it's not my home, it's their home and I'm welcome no more. And if a double-decker bus crashes into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. And if a 10-ton truck kills the both of us, to die by your side, well, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. Take
Oh
me
my, this is absolutely insane. Okay.
Take me.
Oh man. So I remember these lyrics, right? They're quite ridiculous. If a double-decker bus killed the both of us. So I've heard that in my life and be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Why would he say something so absolutely ridiculous? People like this song. And now, having listened to the whole record, listened to the way his poetry works, the way that he will grab attention at times and then pull it back into something so beautiful, but also, again, the way he can articulate these incredibly specific emotions that we all experience and few of us even understand how to process, let alone articulate. To be able to articulate unique emotions that aren't just like, honestly, horniness, basic love and anger. They're the only ones that most people can articulate. And these are so nuanced. And the way he can articulate them and then use allegory and then use simile, then use metaphor for it is unbelievable, actually. So now these lyrics take on what I always thought were daft, have taken on like incredible poignance to me. Again, I'm pausing too much. Forgive me, but
To die by your side is such a heavenly way to die.
this absolute
If a 10-ton
Shakespearean
truck
tragedy of this song, but in a modern setting, or modern-ish.
To die by your side,
And the way the drum,
the privilege is mine. Take me out.
and it just drops back into this verse.
Take me anywhere, don't care, don't care, don't care. And in the darkened underpass, I thought, oh God, my chance has come at last. But then a strange fear gripped me and I just couldn't ask. Take me out tonight. Oh, take me anywhere, don't care, don't care, don't care. Driving in your car, I never want to go home, because I haven't got one all along. Oh, I haven't got one. And if a
I mean, that is just the most unbelievable song. I mean, that is incredible. I've never listened to it in that capacity before. In fact, I don't even really know if I knew the whole song. I just knew that chorus. And just like I said earlier, I thought it was silly. And now, yeah, that's not silly. That may be the most like amazing fucking, like the fucking tragedy of that feeling. Like so many love songs are just lovey-dovey, you know, or people will write a breakup song. This is what most of pop music is. It's one of the two, and then you add in like a horniness song or a club song. This is most of pop music, and then you get more artistic music that writes about all sorts of different things. But this is still on topic of a love song. But how do you capture the essence of like the ups and downs and anguish and like, you know, like it's just a million things all at once. How do you capture that and then make it so fucking vivid and kind of like ridiculous? There's an absurdist quality to the chorus of this song. But then there is a light and it never goes out, just repeated with this incredible guitar and this mood. That. Fucking hell. I was not expecting this. Do you know, honestly, I was just hoping that I'd enjoy it and I wanted to have the experience of listening to it. Which is a lot of what Classic Season is, you know. I just want the experience of listening to these records, to understanding their context, to re-listening to songs that I've maybe known my whole life but not really paid that much attention to. And hey, we may even do some classic records that I actually do know inside and out, because I think that could make for a fun video where I go more into the exploring each song and maybe finding out stuff about songs that I never knew. Anyway, that's another topic for another time. One song left. This is a deluxe edition, but it's just demos and full. Yeah, it's just this. Okay, so that's the second to last song. I mean, I don't know how the fuck you follow that, but we'll find out. I mean, it's called Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others, so I don't know if it's going to be quite as serious as that one, but you know. Is that deliberate? Yeah, okay. That was a bit. Oh, my fucking torn muscle in my hips killing me. Yeah, let's go.
From the ice age to the dull age, there is but one concern I have just discovered. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls are bigger than others.
Okay.
Some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls' mothers. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls' mothers. As Antony said to Cleopatra as he opened a crater veil, oh, I said, some girls are bigger than others. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls.
I guess if you're going to follow that song, let's just go absurdist again with this final song, which is, I'm seeing is like a commentary on you know, body standards for women. Again, this is 40 years old, but this is something that's always been prevalent, right? Especially when he starts mentioning Cleopatra, who's widely considered, you know, one of the most powerful women of all time, and then just to reduce her to something as absurd and ridiculous as this repeated thing. But, you know, to follow that previous song, what are you going to do? I guess you do this.
Some girls are bigger than others.
And listen, it still bangs.
Some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls' mothers. And I send you mine.
Okay. Absolutely fucking astonishing record. One of the best albums that I've heard on this long journey into music on YouTube. And this utter bafflement that this record has been in my life, and this band has just been floating around in the periphery of my life forever, really. I mean, that image, I don't know when I saw Morrissey swinging the flowers around, but I must have been pretty fucking young and not really understanding what the hell I was watching. And then again, that image just endured through my whole life. This charming man was always played at the indie disco that I used to go to in Southampton. And I was like, let's just throw on Friday I'm in Love. Come on, if we're going to go old school, let's move on. And then just a kind of assumption. It doesn't help that Morrissey these days, and for like most of my sort of older adult life, has been like just like a bit of a dick. Let's get it right. Despite, you know, him saying that he's misunderstood, some of the stuff he said, you're like, whoa, that's something. But I mean, an undeniable, unbelievable lyricist and poet. This is some of the most incredible stuff I've heard. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing else to add. Hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. I'm sure that the Smiths fans did, because, you know, I fucking love the record, so that's good. Are the other albums as good as this? If so, I've got to listen to them as well, because, I mean, I've had some great moments on this classic season already, but this and Stevie Wonder, I think, have been the ones. I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up in my top 10 albums of all time. I'm serious on this first listen. As a lyrical guy, as a guy that tends to err and lean towards the darker sides of life, the sort of darker emotions throughout my life, you know. As much as I try and remain a positive chap, I know who I am. And this just spoke to me, despite being an album by 20-somethings, for 20-somethings at the time, spoke to me on this incredible level. Not because even the lyrics really affected me. It is more just the absolute beauty of the poetry. It makes me want to go read some Shakespeare. Hey, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do next. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Classic season is basically going to be ongoing, so I'd love to hear your thoughts about what I should listen to next. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I've heard songs. It doesn't matter if I know the whole album or I've heard nothing. I just want to continue to do these records justice and explore everything that I can explore in terms of music. All the stuff that I've missed out on through ridiculous reasons like this throughout my life. I don't know if I said subscribe. If you want to watch these early and really decide which ones I'm doing next, the Patreon is the place to do that. By the way, link down in the description to that. Come and join us over there. That is how I'm able to do this and have been able to do this for so long, thanks to the support of Patreon. So come do support over there. You get stuff early, uncut, exclusive stuff that never hits the channel. Do go and check that out. Link down in the description. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Right, peace.